Antidepressants versus exercise. Which path leads to mental illness? Good evening. My name is Alexandra, and today I'll be discussing a critical issue in mental health: the effectiveness of antidepressants versus exercise in treating depression. But first, I want to start with a question. If you or someone you knew was struggling with depression, what would be the first solution that comes to mind? For many people, the answer is antidepressants. They've been the standard treatment for years. But what if there was another option, one that's just as effective, but without the side effects and the risks? As rates of depression continue to rise worldwide, we must explore the best treatment options. Could exercise provide a safer and more effective alternative? Let's take a closer look. Before we begin, I would like to outline the presentation. It includes key terms and definitions regarding depression, traditional treatment methods, an explanation of how antidepressants work, challenging the validity of the chemical imbalance theory, how exercise should be used as a treatment for depression, comparing the safety and effectiveness, and how to implement exercise as a treatment option. Let's define some key terms. Understanding these concepts will help us better evaluate the differences between antidepressants and exercise as used treatments for depression. These terms include depression, antidepressants, neurotransmitters, neuroplasticity, endorphins, BDNF, and HPA axis. The first term we'll define is depression. It's more than just feeling sad. It's a serious mental health disorder that goes beyond temporary sadness. It's characterized by a persistent feeling of sadness, a loss of interest in activities, fatigue, and difficulty concentrating. The World Health Organization ranks depression as one of the leading causes of disability worldwide, affecting an individual's mood, leading to feelings of hopelessness, worthlessness, or irritability; physical health, causing sleep disturbances, changes in appetite, and chronic pain; and also just daily functioning, causing difficulty maintaining relationships, causing a work performance decline, and a lack of motivation. While antidepressants are commonly prescribed, not all cases of depression require medication, and alternative treatments, such as exercise, are proven to be highly effective. The next term we will define is antidepressants. How do they work? They're medications designed to alter one's brain chemistry to improve mood and reduce symptoms of depression. The most common types include selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors, which increase serotonin levels. Medications that do this include Prozac and Zoloft. And the other type is serotonin norepinephrine reuptake inhibitors. This affects both serotonin and norepinephrine. Medications that do this include Cymbalta and Effexor. While effective for some individuals, they come with side effects such as weight gain, emotional blunting, fatigue, and dependency risks. The chemical imbalance theory suggests that depression is caused by a shortage of neurotransmitters like serotonin, but recent research challenges this idea. The next term we'll define are neurotransmitters. They're the brain's chemical messengers. They are used to transmit signals in the brain to influence emotions, behavior, and cognition. The most important neurotransmitters in depression treatment are serotonin, which regulates mood, sleep, and emotions; dopamine, which is associated with motivation, pleasure, and reward; and norepinephrine, which helps with alertness, focus, and energy levels. Antidepressants work by increasing the availability of these neurotransmitters, but this alone does not fully explain how depression works. Exercise naturally increases these neurotransmitters, making it a non-pharmaceutical option for improving mood. The next term we will define is neuroplasticity. It's the brain's ability to adapt and heal. It allows the brain to form new connections, rewire itself, and recover from damage. Low neuroplasticity is often linked to depression, anxiety, and cognitive decline. Antidepressants may promote neuroplasticity, but their effects take weeks to develop. Exercise, however, is a powerful neuroplasticity booster as it strengthens neural pathways, encourages brain growth, and enhances emotional resilience without the risk of medication. This concept of neuroplasticity is at the heart of the debate between medication and exercise. If depression is more about the brain's ability to adapt rather than just chemical imbalances, then wouldn't a treatment that actively strengthens the brain, like exercise, in a natural way, be a better long-term solution? The next term I will define is endorphins. It's the body's natural mood boosters. It's a neurochemical released during physical activity that acts as a natural pain reliever and mood elevator. It's often associated with a runner's high. They help to reduce stress and anxiety, alleviate pain, and create feelings of relaxation and well-being. Unlike antidepressants, which artificially manipulate neurotransmitter levels, exercise naturally triggers this process and provides an immediate mood enhancement without side effects. This is why people often feel good after a workout. It's not just a mental effect, but a biological process that's happening in the brain. The next term is BDNF, the brain's growth hormone. It's a protein that helps neurons grow, survive, and form connections. It's essential for learning, memory, and emotional resilience. Low levels of BDNF are linked to depression, anxiety, and cognitive impairment. Exercise significantly increases BDNF, leading to stronger, healthier brain function, increased neuroplasticity, and long-term protection against mental health disorders. Antidepressants also increase BDNF, but not as quickly or as consistently as exercise. Essentially, exercise acts as a fertilizer for the brain, helping it grow stronger and more resilient against depression. The last term we will define is the HPA axis. It's the body's stress regulator. It's a system of the body that controls the stress response, primarily the release of cortisol. In individuals with depression, the HPA axis is often overactive, leading to elevated cortisol levels, disruption in sleep, metabolism, and immune function. Exercise helps regulate the HPA axis, allowing the body to naturally lower cortisol, build resilience to stress, and improve emotional and physical well-being. In simple terms, the HPA axis is like a thermostat for stress. When it's overactive, you feel overwhelmed. Exercise helps reset the system, keeping stress levels balanced. So why do these terms matter? They're at the center of the debate between medication and exercise or treatment for depression. Antidepressants work by adjusting neurotransmitter levels, but exercise does this too, while also promoting neuroplasticity, increasing BDNF, and regulating the stress response. So if we can achieve the same or even better results through exercise, why should we default to medication as the first line of treatment? That's what we'll explore next. So the most common treatment for depression is antidepressant medication, often prescribed along with psychotherapy. While antidepressants have helped many individuals, they're not a one-size-fits-all solution. This brings us to an important question. Is it the most viable, particularly for those who have mild to moderate cases? While they are effective for some, they come with high side effects, high costs, and potential dependency issues. Many people struggle to find the right medication and will experience unwanted side effects that alter their quality of life. This has led researchers to explore non-pharmaceutical treatments, with exercise emerging as a promising alternative. In this presentation, we will examine how antidepressants and exercise compare in treating depression. To give a brief history, antidepressants have been used since the mid-20th century. Early drugs, like MAOIs and TCAs, had severe side effects. Over time, however, newer classes such as selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors and selective norepinephrine reuptake inhibitors became the preferred choice due to their somewhat improved safety profile. However, these medications are not without their drawbacks. Most antidepressants work by increasing the availability of neurotransmitters like serotonin and dopamine in the brain. The theory behind this is known as the chemical imbalance hypothesis, the idea that depression is caused by a shortage of these neurotransmitters. However, is this theory fact or fiction? For decades, it's shaped how we understand and treat depression. This theory suggests that low serotonin levels are the primary cause of depression and that antidepressants work by restoring balance. But is this truly the full picture? Here's why this is problematic. If depression was solely caused by a serotonin deficiency, antidepressants would provide immediate relief, yet they often take weeks to show noticeable effects. This delay suggests that there is something more complex in play. Many researchers now believe that the serotonin deficiency is the reason for why people feel this way about depression. Many researchers think that it's not just about serotonin, but it's about the brain's ability to adapt, reorganize, and form new connections, a process known as neuroplasticity. Emergent studies suggest that long-term benefits of antidepressants may stem from their impact on brain structure rather than their immediate effects on serotonin levels. While antidepressants do increase serotonin, their most significant effects come from the way they gradually reshape neural pathways. The fact that they take time to work suggests that this theory says that there are deeper changes in the brain rather than merely correcting a simple chemical imbalance. This is where exercise becomes particularly important. Research has shown that physical activity can enhance neuroplasticity in a way that's both effective and free of potential risks associated with medication. By promoting the growth of new neural connections and improving overall brain function, exercise offers a powerful, natural way to support mental health. Now let's look at research has consistently shown that physical activity positively affects mental health. But how exactly does it work? Firstly, there is a neurotransmitter release. Exercise will boost serotonin the same neurotransmitter that's targeted by antidepressants. This immediate increase in brain activity can enhance mood, reduce stress, and promote relaxation in the short-term way. Secondly, there is an endorphin release, also known as the runner's high. Exercise increases endorphins, the body's natural painkillers and mood elevators. Unlike antidepressants, which take weeks to work, endorphins will provide an instant mood enhancement after a single workout. And thirdly, there is a reduction in the stress hormone. Exercise lowers cortisol, and high cortisol levels can worsen depression. So naturally, reducing it through exercise is a major benefit. So even after just one workout, your brain is already experiencing changes that can help combat depressive symptoms. Beyond short-term mood boosts, regular exercise brings long-term changes to brain structure and function. This is where it becomes a truly powerful tool in treating depression. Firstly, it promotes neurogenesis. Exercise stimulates the growth of new neurons in the hippocampus, an area of the brain often shrunken in people with depression. This directly counteracts the brain atrophy that can occur with chronic stress and depression. Second, it strengthens neural connections. Exercise increases BDNF and allows the brain to grow, repair, and form connections on its own. This is essential for long-term mental resilience and is a key reason why exercise helps with preventing relapse into depression. When comparing the two, antidepressants will increase BDNF, but only in certain individuals with potential side effects, while exercise does it naturally and consistently, without dependency or withdrawal risks. This means that while antidepressants may temporarily alter brain chemistry, exercise is actually helping the brain repair itself in the long term. Exercise also regulates the body's stress response. People with depression have an overactive HPA axis leading to high cortisol. Regular exercise teaches the body how to handle stress more effectively, lowering the baseline stress levels over time. Instead of numbing symptoms, exercise helps retrain the body and the brain to be more resilient against stress and anxiety. And thirdly, there's sleep improvement. Many people with depression struggle with insomnia or poor sleep quality. Exercise improves sleep by increasing slow wave sleep or deep sleep, which is crucial for emotional regulation. And it also reduces the nighttime cortisol spike, which helps the body wind down more effectively. Better sleep means better mood regulation, which helps to reduce depression naturally. There are also psychological benefits that are beyond the biological effects. Firstly, it provides a sense of accomplishment and control. Depression often leads to feelings of helplessness and a loss of control in one's life. Completing an exercise session gives an immediate sense of achievement, reinforcing the belief that one can take action to improve their own mental state. Second, it provides routine and structure. Many people with depression struggle with a lack of motivation and structure. Regular exercise creates healthy routines, reducing feelings of aimlessness and improving daily energy levels. And third, it provides social interaction and support. Group exercises, sports, and even just going for a walk outside can help reduce isolation. Studies show that exercising with others increases adherence and provides additional mental health benefits. This means that while antidepressants alter brain chemistry, exercise actively changes one's mindset, behavior, and lifestyle to lead to a more sustainable recovery. To compare the safety and effectiveness, antidepressants may be beneficial for some, but they also carry risks, including dependency and long-term reliance. Many patients struggle with side effects that negatively impact their quality of life. Exercise, on the other hand, has virtually no side effects, other than the occasional muscle soreness. However, one challenge is adherence. Many people with depression struggle with motivation, making it difficult to stick to an exercise routine. It's also difficult for those who are physically incapable of exercising. This is where antidepressants or psychotherapy comes into play. That being said, however, for those who are able, the benefits far outweigh the challenges in using exercise as an antidepressant. Now that we've explored the scientific and psychological benefits of exercise, let's take a look at how we can implement it as a primary or complementary treatment for depression. So what type of exercise works best? Studies show that both aerobic exercises like running and cycling and resistance training such as weightlifting can significantly reduce depressive symptoms. The key is consistency. Patients should aim for at least 30 minutes of moderate exercise most days of the week. Of course, however, barriers exist. Lack of motivation, time constraints, and access to facilities can be challenges. Solutions include, however, structured programs, workout partners for accountability, and community-based initiatives that encourage physical activity. For future directions in treatment, integrating exercise more broadly into standard depression care could create a more sustainable, patient-centered approach. Ongoing research aims to optimize how exercise can be combined with other treatments to enhance overall outcomes. To summarize, antidepressants and exercise both have roles in treating depression. However, the chemical imbalance theory is outdated, and newer research suggests that neuroplasticity is key. Exercise stands out as a safer, more effective, and holistic treatment option for mild to moderate depression compared to antidepressants. Its ability to improve mental and physical health, along with its lack of harmful side effects, positions it as a superior alternative to pharmaceutical treatments. To give my final thoughts, future research should continue to explore the nuances of exercise therapy, including its integration with other treatments and strategies for improving adherence. This thesis is a call to healthcare providers to recognize the value of exercise and actively incorporate it into standard